Hello children, in this class we will read about Geography chapter 7, India our country. India has fascinated and attracted people from all over the world since ancient time. Even today, it is one of the main tourist destinations. Do you wonder why? Because our motherland India is a country of great physical and cultural diversity. It has lofty mountains, mighty rivers, extensive plains and plateaus. So children, its unique geographical setting makes it prominently notable to anyone looking at the world map. Children, India is called a subcontinent. Now, first we will recall or revise what is continent. Continent is a large piece of land or mass piece of land which is surrounded by water bodies from all its sides. That is called continent. So, India is known as subcontinent. Now, why it is known as subcontinent? Because it is a geographical unit which is self-sufficient in itself as it cut off from the rest of Asia. As we know, India is located in South Asia. The lofty Himalayas form a geographical boundary in the north. The long range almost cuts it off from the rest of Asia. The southern part of the country is in the form of peninsula. Now what is peninsula? A piece of land or a large piece of land which is surrounded by water bodies from three sides. So from the north, India is surrounded with lofty Himalayas, and in the south it is surrounded by water bodies by its three sides. It is the Arabian Sea in the west, the Bay of Bengal in the east, and the Indian Ocean in the south. So this location setting gives India and its neighboring countries such as Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal and Bhutan a unique geographical entity separated from the rest of Asia. So, the land comprising them is collectively termed as the Indian subcontinent. So, children, first we will learn what is the location of India in the world. India lies in the northern hemisphere and it is in the tropical and subtropical regions. Latitudinal wise, India's position is situated in the eastern hemisphere. India is located in the southern part of Asia. So if we see the position of India in the northern hemisphere, it is in the south of northern hemisphere. Size of India. The landmass has an area of 3.28 million square kilometer. The total area accounts for about 2.4% of the total geographical area of the world. India lies wholly in the northern and eastern hemispheres. India has a land boundary of about 15,200 km and the coastline of the Indian mainland including Andaman and Nicobar Island and Lakshadweep Island is 7,516.6 km. India is the seventh largest country of the world and population wise it is the second most populous country of the world after China. The north-south extent from Kashmir to Kanyakumari is about 3,214 kilometers and the east-west extent from Arunachal Pradesh to Kutch is approximately 2,933 kilometers. The southernmost point of the country is Indra Point in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, but the tsunami of 2004 greatly affected these islands and greater part of these areas is now submerged in the sea. Latitudinal and longitudinal extension of India. Latitudinal extent of India lies between 8 degree 4 north and 37 degree 6 north latitudes and longitudinal extent is between 68 degree 7 dash east and 97 degree 25 dash east longitude. If we calculate the difference between east and west, the difference between the two longitudinal, that is 68 degree 7 dash east and 97 degree 25 dash east extent of India, it comes around approximately 30 degree. So the difference in time is approx 2 hours. In total 1 hour 56 minutes between the eastern and western longitudes of the country. So children, we have already studied this in our previous chapter, that is chapter number 2 of geography, that the time taken for each degree of longitude, so local time calculated by 4 minutes, which means 1 degree is equal to 4 minutes, and that we count from eastward sides. So we will calculate this time in this way. Time taken by sun to cross one longitude is equal to 4 minutes. Difference in longitudinal extent is equal to 97 degree minus 67 degree is equal to 30 degree. So now we will multiply 30 into 4 is equal to 120 minutes. So if we calculate in hour, so it will be 120 divided by 60 minutes, because 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So 120 divided by 60, so the answer is 2 hours. So sunrise at Arunachal Pradesh would take place 2 hours earlier in Gujarat. So in the western states, the sun rises 2 hours late comparatively to the eastern states of India. So to avoid this confusion and to solve the problem, 82.5 degree, that is 82 degree 30 dash east longitude has been taken and accepted as the standard meridian of India because it passes approximately midway through India. So the local time along the longitude has been recognized internationally as the Indian Standard Time, which I have already explained previously in Geography Chapter 2. Tropic of Cancer at 23.5 degree north latitude passes through the middle of the country and divides the country almost two equal parts. The southern part of the country lies within the tropical zone, that is between 0 equator to 23.5 north, the Tropic of Cancer, and the northern part lies in subtropical zone or the warm temperate zone. The Tropic of Cancer passes through 8 states in India, and these states are Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Tripura and Mizoram. The neighboring countries of India. India has a common boundary with Pakistan and Afghanistan in the west, China, Nepal and Bhutan in the north, and Bangladesh and Myanmar in the east. To the south, India is separated from the island of Sri Lanka by the narrow stretch of Pearl Strait and Gulf of Mannar. The island of Maldives also lies in the south of India. Political divisions of India. India is a large country and it is very difficult to manage a large country as a whole. So, the whole of the India is divided into 28 states and 8 union territories. So children, there are 28 states in India and every state is looked after by a chief minister. The state of Jammu and Kashmir has been bifurcated into 2 union territories of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. So now India has total 8 union territories. Children, union territories are governed by the administrators who are appointed by the president. So union territories are looked after by the president and the central government. So, what is the difference between state and union territories? The state has its own administrative units with their own elected government, and the executive head is the governor, whereas union territories are constituent units which are controlled and administered by the central government, and the executive head is the president. So let's look over the 28 states of India: Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Goa, Gujarat, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Jharkhand, Karnataka, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Odisha, Punjab, Rajasthan, Sikkim, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Tripura, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, and West Bengal. And there are 8 union territories in India. Earlier there were 7 union territories, but since 31st October 2019, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh are bifurcated and special status given as union territories. So children, you might be wondering that after becoming Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh as union territory, there should be 9 union territories. So why I am saying that there are 8 union territories in India? Children, Daman and Diu and Dadar and Nagar Haveli were 2 separated union territories before 26 January 2020. But since 26 January 2020, Daman and Diu and Dadar and Nagar Haveli have become a single union territory, and with the merge of Daman and Diu and Dadar and Nagar Haveli, the number of union territories have come down to 8. So now Daman and Diu and Dadar and Nagar Haveli is one territory only. So the 8 union territories are Andaman and Nicobar Island, Lakshadweep, Chandigarh, National Capital Territory of Delhi, Puducherry, Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, and Dadar Nagar Haveli and Daman Diu. Area-wise, Rajasthan is the largest state of India and Goa is the smallest state. Whereas population-wise, Uttar Pradesh is the populous state of India, whereas Sikkim is the least populous state of India. Now let us learn which states and union territories share common boundaries with our neighboring countries. Gujarat, Rajasthan, Punjab and Jammu Kashmir have common boundaries with Pakistan. Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh have common boundaries with China. Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal and Sikkim have common boundaries with Nepal. Sikkim, West Bengal, Assam and Arunachal Pradesh have common boundaries with Bhutan. West Bengal, Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram have common boundaries with Bangladesh. Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur and Mizoram have common boundaries with Myanmar.